I mean, I feel like a good question to sum up, like, what is the most bizarre experience you had in a concert?
Oh, hold on. I need to take a second to
Yeah.
think and remember all the concerts I visited and which ones might have been more bizarre or not. That's really. I wish I had an easy to say. Oh yeah, that was a very bizarre time.
Yeah, give us at least one bizarre experience you had in a concert.
God, I mean, bizarre is also in English such a tough word. And I think I feel often in concerts very sure of the space and the situation. So I think it's been very difficult for me to have a literally bizarre experience in a concert.
True.
I think one thing comes to mind. I don't know if it registers fully as bizarre, but I don't know if you were there. You might have been there. Dakota was there.
Okay. Where was it?
It was in Graz.
Okay.
Maybe 2 years ago at one of the Impulse festivals.
Okay.
In the Forum Stadtpark.
Okay.
I don't know who it was doing it. If whoever did this concert and is watching this, I hope you know that it was a wonderful piece.
Okay. What was it?
Oh, it was a workshop presentation about theatrical music. And someone did a shadow dance behind a screen. You know, there was a screen and the audience only saw this screen. And then the person who danced was behind on the other side that we couldn't see the person. And there's a light lighting them from behind onto the screen. So we only saw their shadow really. Mm-hmm. And then I think there was some music, kind of scary music.
Okay, so why was it bizarre?
Okay, is that it was supposed to, I think, be kind of scary and serious and maybe deep.
Yeah.
But it was actually kind of funny. And not just me, but multiple other composer musicians in the audience started laughing out loud. Which made it, of course. Okay, hold on. Sorry. So when you're in
it made it cringe.
I don't know if you know this. Of course, everyone knows this experience when you're laughing in a situation when you actually should not laugh.
Yeah.
You have to repress your laughter.
Yes.
Which makes it even funnier.
Yes.
It amplifies.
I know this.
So you feel other people holding back. It's almost edging. It's edging with laughing. And it just made the whole thing so just painfully hilarious. And then the performance didn't stop. It just kept going and feeding us.
I think I was there.
Yeah.
And I think it was extremely cringe and painful. But...
Exactly, and we were trying to be as polite as possible because people thought it might have been could have been what's it called nowadays, offensive.
How did Gen Zs call it?
Offensive. Where I mean, of course, Stravinsky created a riot. The back then.
I mean, it wasn't him. It was the choreography, as far as I understand. It wasn't the music.
Yeah. But what I mean is just that a show can rile.
Yeah.
Rile up.
For sure.
That it's offensive. It's clearly offensive. Mm-hmm, nowadays, it's don't laugh. That's offensive. Sorry.
Oh, so this time it wasn't the performance that was offensive. It was the audience.
Exactly.
Who were offensive
Offensing the thing. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm not want to open up a talk about canceling or offending or political correctness. That's not where I want to go with this, but maybe that's some food for thought.
Yeah. Cool. I'm pretty sure I was in this concert as well because the experience rings a bell. I remember this thing of everyone laughing, not everyone, a lot of people laughing at something that we shouldn't be laughing at, and it was very uncomfortable. And I was thinking at the back of my mind of how does the performer feel during this moment that they know that there shouldn't be laughter at this moment. It should be very serious, but everyone's laughing. how do I deal with that
Yeah.
as a performer? And I feel it was very graceful. I feel like the performer like did well. I don't remember who, I don't remember what. I think it was pretty high when I was there. But they felt like it was pretty graceful.
I wonder, when you say that, if the performer was actually in on the joke. Like if they noticed that it had some funny potential, and then when they started hearing it be maybe funny, actually like supported that on their own term for themselves. Yeah.
Interesting.
And I wonder if that was the piece. No.
Retroactively.
Yeah, exactly. Which made of course they might not even have been aware, but like who knows. That was one of the, I think, most bizarre concerts. Otherwise, anything else which could have been clear, like close to bizarre, it's just kind of just like awkward or shit.
Yeah, like as I mentioned before, a word that I really like is cringe. So, to cringe.
Yeah, that was. Oh, you're right. It was cringe. That was very pure, like the purest form of cringe.